Speaking of mid-cap IT, let's get a conversation going with one more company. Mastek is in focus on the back of its Q2 performance. Revenue grew about 2.5% quarter on quarter. The margin slipped around 70 basis points. The company's order book has also declined 2%. Attrition stands at 24%. Hiral Chandrana, the global CEO of Mastek, is with us. Hiral, good morning. Thanks for joining in. I don't know if you could hear in our conversation with the analyst earlier, but I think that's the question that everybody will have on the street, where your peers are firing away and talking about double-digit, as much as 20% growth on a full-year basis. Why the sluggishness? I mean, 2.5% growth in a quarter when others are doing a lot more, that would raise questions. So first thoughts on the business.
Sure, Surabhi, thanks for having me on the show. Let me give a perspective of how we are looking at the results. There is a 6 to 7 quarter view that I would suggest we take when we look at the results. And if you look at the year-on-year growth across revenue, across margins, which is both EBITDA as well as profit after tax, it's been fairly healthy in the range of 30.3% when it comes to revenue, year-on-year growth, as well as profit after tax is actually 37+% year-on-year. Yes, we have some sluggishness when it comes to quarter on quarter, but we see a very solid momentum when it comes to pipeline, as well as the size of the deals that we are seeing in the market. So we are looking at the year-on-year growth. We take a medium to longer term view, and we've consistently been delivering that 30+% from a year-on-year basis.
Okay, Hiral, hi, good morning. So you say that the deal momentum is strong, the size of the deals are good. I'll come to that in a bit. The big issue that companies like yours are facing is higher attrition, and at 24%, I mean, that is a concern, I'm sure. We were speaking with Cyient a couple of days ago, and they said that attrition now has reached uncomfortable levels where it's hitting demand as well. Is that the situation at your end too, and what do you see as the way forward?
Yeah, I think last time, Sonia, we spoke about this briefly. The attrition in the market is definitely a concern for industry as a whole. We actually provided salary hikes in the quarter that just went by in Q2. Unfortunately, we announced it a little bit later in the quarter because we wanted to do a full comprehensive view of the various skills and the various roles which are critical for our business going forward. As you know, we are mostly a digital and cloud services business. And it was a comprehensive exercise that led to the salary hikes, and we made that call to make it retroactive starting July. So everyone who got the salary increases actually got it starting July. We were late to announce it, but we made it effective late July. Now, as far as the people angle and the talent management, we've made some changes in the business, looking at the end-to-end cycle of right from fresher hiring to skill training to fungibility of the resources. We actually have appointed a new leader to manage this entire life cycle. She's actually coming from the Evosys side of the business that we acquired. And we're seeing some encouraging signs in terms of how we are looking at headcount additions. As far as the attrition itself is concerned, our HR team is running about 7 different initiatives. 6 of them will actually get executed in the current quarter. Everything from learning and development, skill transformation, as well as how do we improve the employee experience, right from onboarding to their entire life cycle with Mastek. There's a couple other strategic things that we're planning to do when it comes to talent, which hopefully will mitigate some of the attrition. But it is still a big challenge in the industry, and we'll continue to focus both on training, reskilling, as well as improving the employee experience.
Hiral, Mr. Jalona of L&T Infotech provided that 3-year commentary saying that demand is exceptionally strong. The markets have sat up and took notice. We had the IT analyst talking about exactly that, how higher rates of growth for longer periods of time is still underappreciated. So what is your view on that? I mean, in terms of how strong the demand, and you're in the right areas. I mean, the buzzwords pretty much, right? Cloud, digital. What kind of demand environment do you see 3, 4, 5 quarters down the line? Because your order book in the quarter is down about 2% compared to the previous quarter.
Yeah, no, thanks for the question. I think this is the biggest focus area for us. As you know, the industry as a whole, in terms of our customer base, is going through a fairly big business model transformation post-COVID. the types of deals that we are seeing are now starting to be in that 5 million, 10 million range. And if you look back 2-3 quarters, these were few deals that we used to see in the pipeline every quarter. Right now, we have about 25 deals which are greater than 5 million. Obviously, we're not going to win all of them, but we see a fairly changing trajectory in terms of integrated deals, in terms of much more holistic nature of our service offerings, as well as the diversity of our penetration in the enterprise clients. So, for example, we were able to get into 3 new Fortune 1000 clients in the past quarter. We see that trend significantly improving for us. It's a sign where larger customers in the 5 billion, 10 billion, 15 billion range are trusting Mastech to be their transformation and digital partner. The other interesting trend that we're seeing when it comes to the demand environment is actually when it comes to the account mining strategy. So we have now going to be hopefully getting our first $10 million account in the US, which is 10 million per year run rate. This is going to be an important milestone for us because we see this translating into many more accounts in the coming quarters. Now, if you take a little bit more of a medium to longer term view, absolutely our bullishness in the UK sector when it comes to health and public sector is still very strong. We actually had our first new logo in Canada, which is very encouraging. We see that as an interesting market for us. Our US business, as you can see, is now in that trajectory of about 18% of the overall share. We expect that to be almost 1/3 of our business in the next couple of years. As well as we're entering into a couple of new markets in Europe with some fairly large deals and transformation deals, which is multi-tower cloud implementations combined with managed services. These are areas that we were not that big in before. So the demand is definitely strong. And we're putting a Vision 2025 strategy in place, which will cater to certain growth verticals, certain growth markets, as well as certain capabilities to take us to the next chapter.
Okay, then Hiral, we will watch out for how a lot of these trends are going to translate into top line growth, perhaps in the coming quarters. We'll look out for it. Thank you very much for giving us a sense on the business. That is Mastech. We'll take a break on that note. On the other side, technicals. Let's find out what today's setup is like. Sudarshan Sakhani and